It's puppet making time! Today we're going to finish up Maxie the puppet with some eyes and teeth and hair and some clothes so that Maxie the puppet can be a finished puppet. Here I'm cutting the holes to insert the eyes. Sometimes I do this while the papier-mâché form is still on the clay, and sometimes I do this after I've pulled the papier-mâché form off of the clay. I almost always use wooden balls for my puppet eyes. Sometimes I make moving eyes, but most of the time I just prefer simple wooden eyes. And there are other decisions, like teeth. My puppets usually do not have teeth, but I think that it is an important characteristic that will really mark Maxie as a rat. The other main character, or should I say the main character in this film, will be Aristotle. And Aristotle is a mouse, so I need something really strong to indicate the difference between these two rodent types. This is an old collection of furs that I've had for years. Most of these furs come from old coats and jackets and bags that I found in secondhand shops. I prefer to use real fur instead of fake fur most of the time. The color range is more in keeping with the style of my puppets. At the same time, the color has more dimension and shines differently in the sunlight. Fake fur tends to be either completely matted or extremely shiny. Now, that said, I'm a fan of fake fur as well. Of course, the colors. In the nature, you don't generally find something that's this color. So I like these colors, especially for puppets that I'm making for kids, because they're a little more fun, they're a little more lively. For Maxie's hair, I decided to go with this old alpaca skin. I've had this alpaca skin for a while, and I have no idea where it came from. But it's the perfect fur for Maxie. It's matty, it's ratty, it's raggedy. My first idea was to glue canvas to the back of the alpaca fur skin. The skin was kind of falling apart, and I figured I could strengthen it a little bit and make a sort of wig for Maxie. With the canvas on the back, the fur was too stiff, and I couldn't mold it to Maxie's head. But without the canvas on the back, the skin was just way too dry. The pieces of it kept crumbling into the fur and matting inside of the fur, and it was pretty disgusting. I almost threw the whole thing out and decided to forget about it. But no other fur seemed right to me, so I came back to the alpaca fur. I decided to just cut off pieces of the alpaca fur and glue the ends together with some hot glue. In this way, I made sort of hot glue fur patches. I glued in all of the patches individually. I'm really happy with the way that it came out. So is Maxie.
Yeah. Could I get some clothes and a tail? Could I get a tail?
Here's a tail.
That looks like a cat toy. I was hoping for something a little more elegant.